You know the exact moment it happens. You get the promotion, or you sign that new offer letter, and there it is, sitting on the page, a 1 followed by 5 zeros, $100,000. You grew up thinking this was the finish line. This was the exact number that meant you had officially made it. But then, the first paycheck actually hits your account. You pay your rent, you buy your groceries, you look at your credit card bill, and you realize something absolutely terrifying. You are making 6 figures, and you are completely, mathematically broke. Spoiler alert, it's not just you, and you aren't crazy. The financial finish line was quietly moved while nobody was looking. I spend way too much time obsessing over money, financial psychology, and why the milestones we were all promised are actually traps designed to keep you working forever. If you've ever looked at a 6-figure salary and wondered where the hell it all went, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, because today we are going back to the whiteboard to break down the brutal math of the $100,000 lie and show you exactly how to escape it. Let's start with the illusion. In 1990, making $100,000 meant you were genuinely wealthy. You drove a Mercedes, you lived in the biggest house on the block, and you took vacations that required passports. But the financial industry, society, and your parents are still treating $100,000 like it's 1990 money. Let's run the real numbers on a hypothetical guy. We'll call him Dave. Dave makes exactly $100,000 a year in 2026. Dave feels like he should be rich. He feels like he deserves nice things. But let's watch Dave's wealth evaporate in real time. $100,000 gross. First, the IRS takes their cut. Add in state taxes and FICA. Dave is immediately left with about $72,000. Now, Dave is responsible, so he contributes 8% to his 401k and pays his employer health insurance premiums. Boom. Dave's actual, touchable, take-home pay is roughly $5,200 a month. Now, let's look at what survival costs in a modern city. Dave needs housing. The median home price is sitting around $418,000. With current interest rates, Dave absolutely cannot afford that. So he rents a decent but normal 1-bedroom apartment for $2,200 a month. He's got $3,000 left. Car payment. The average American car payment is $700. Add $200 for insurance and $150 for gas. $1,050 gone. Dave has $1,950 left. Groceries for one person trying not to eat garbage, $500. Utilities, internet, and a phone bill, $300. Student loans. Because Dave needed a degree to get this $100,000 job, $400. Let's do the math. Dave has $750 left for the entire month. That $750 has to cover clothing, car repairs, medical copays, a Netflix subscription, buying a friend a birthday gift, and God forbid, putting money into a savings account to one day buy a house. At a 6-figure salary, Dave is exactly one unexpected transmission failure away from panic swiping a credit card at 24% interest. This is where the psychology gets incredibly insidious. Because Dave makes 6 figures, society tells him he should act like he has money. He feels the pressure to pick up the tab at dinner. He feels like he deserves the $5 coffee. He feels like he should lease an Audi instead of driving a 10-year-old Honda. This is what I call the 6-figure purgatory. You earn exactly enough to finance the appearance of wealth, but not enough to actually build it. The system is perfectly engineered to loan you the lifestyle of a rich person, charging you interest the entire way, ensuring you never actually become one. But here is what nobody talks about. The problem isn't just inflation, it's the invisible floor of a high-income environment. As your income goes up, the systemic cost of existing goes up. You work a high-stress corporate job that demands 50 hours a week. Because you are exhausted, you start paying for convenience. You order DoorDash because you're too tired to cook. You pay for premium gym memberships because you sit at a desk all day. You buy a nicer professional wardrobe. You are effectively paying a massive premium just to maintain the physical physical and mental energy required to keep the job that pays you $100,000. You are subsidizing your own burnout. So what do you do? If $100,000 is the new working class, how do you actually win the game? First, you have to completely kill your ego. You have to accept that 6 figures doesn't mean you have arrived. It simply means you finally have a shovel big enough to dig yourself out of the hole. You do not upgrade the car. You do not upgrade the apartment. You live exactly like you make $60,000 a year. You take that $1,500 monthly gap and you absolutely weaponize it. You dump it into index funds. You obliterate your high interest debt. You refuse to let your lifestyle creep up to match your paycheck. There is no magic salary number anymore. The math is structurally broken, but your response to the math doesn't have to be. Stop letting a 6-figure salary convince you that you are wealthy. Treat it like what it really is, a highly effective tool to buy back your time. Because the guy driving a 10-year-old Civic on a $100,000 salary is quietly building an empire. The guy in the leased BMW on the same salary is just performing wealth for strangers at a red light. Be the guy in the Civic. Let the math work for you. I'll see you in the next one.